So it's a standard centre harness. So the first thing you do before putting on any harness is making sure all the buckles are as loose as they can be, which they are. So this is how a centre harness is usually left, but it's good to check anyway. So my first step, putting it on, is to pop it on the floor. So we got the two leg loops, the red one and the grey one here. So these correspond to the right and the left leg. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my right foot into the right loop. You know it's on the right side because this bit here should be facing forward, away from you. Okay, so then I'm going to put my left foot in. Cool, so now I've got my legs in, I'm going to lift it up. Cool. So now I've got the harness on, I'm going to start fastening it. So you start with the waist. So when you're on the waist, you hold it up, and then you start tightening from there. So you start with the waist first, to make sure it's secure. So it might take a bit of fiddling. Cool. So I've got the waist done up. So it's not obviously as secured as it needs to be. So after that, you now tighten it up to make sure it's secure. So get it as tight as you can without obviously suffocating yourself. And from there you back loop it. So you go back over, straight down through the buckle, like this. And then pull through. And then you should have one of these. So these are just to keep the tail end nice and tucked away. So now this waist bit is fastened, it's not going to undo. So you move down to the legs, okay? So you do the same process with the legs, pulling them in tight. You want to do it evenly, so do a bit on one side and a bit on the next. So obviously one side isn't tighter than the other one. So I just keep going back and forth, tightening it up every time. Cool. So now I've got the leg loops as tight as I want them. So they shouldn't be super tight, they're giving you a wedgie, but they should be good. So now you back loop these ones as well, to make sure they're secure. So you pull it through, and then again, you've got this to hold it in place. Pull it through, just keeps it nice and tucked out the way. And same again with this one. So you open the buckle a little bit, feed it through, tight. Cool. And the last thing we're going to check is the bungees on the back. Make sure they're centered and that they're clipped in, and then your harness is fitted.